gotta list it up a bit. Make sure I can at least be heard. Good afternoon, everyone. Bit of a midday stream, unlike our usual stuff, because we actually have a holiday today. And yeah, I'm just doing more Golgra stuff. Nothing new. Just getting in some more practice. Because I feel really rusty.
Take your shot. Try me.
Look at my glasses. I slept in late because I was watching the state of play last night. And what a state of play that was. That means I woke up late and my eyes aren't exactly clear even after having breakfast and watching my pub.
I'm waiting. Not today. Full deck. Take your shot. Ready. Not today. Here we go. Try me. Not today. Well, well. Your fate is sealed. Take your shots. Take your shots. Here we go. Your fate is sealed. Not today. Let's gamble. Not today. Time to strike.
And I don't know which one of you activated it, but it didn't work this time.
Deck.
I did not lose my concentration. Oh yes, the Tactics Remaster celebration. I am a bit disappointed that it was a remaster, but it got full voice acting, which is saying a lot for Final Fantasy Tactics, considering all that dialogue. Also, in general, that state of play was like really, really good, right? And so many exciting titles to look forward to. There was one title I wasn't expecting at all, which was a Thief title. A Thief title of all things. I thought that franchise was dead. I am really surprised they went with the voiceover route. Because, yeah, Tactics has a lot of dialogue.
Your fate is sealed.
But you know what? That actually confirms one of the rumors, right? The FF Tactics rumors were true.
Take your
So
shots.
now, the question is the Final Fantasy IX remake rumors true?
Try me. Full deck. Your fate is sealed.
You and me both. You and me both. I feel like just getting the Tactics Remastered confirmation
Not today.
makes us all wear that clown makeup a lot more quickly.
Time to strike.
You know what I was surprised about was that Business Unit 3? Creative Business Unit 3, right? The same people who made 14 and 16 are the ones doing the remaster, because, well, I guess it sort of makes sense. A lot of the voiceovers are actually very British and more floral, so to speak. the only thing left from the NVIDIA leak, right? Summer Games Fest is just 2 days away. We'll see.
Your fate is sealed.
It's gonna be so disappointing. That's the only thing they show. It's like just Tactics remastered footage and nothing else. And my prediction is that they're gonna show a bit of Tactics remastered. Very unlikely to have Kingdom Hearts 4 in there, but you never know. You might get. There's also the rumor that the Part 3 one for Final Fantasy VII is progressing along a lot more, so you might see a bit of that. And if they show that, then we might see the NFM9 trailer or something. But if you want to be as down to earth as possible, the most likely thing that we're going to see on Summer Games Fest with Square Enix is actually Bravely Default, the remake for Switch 2. Oh, so you think they might announce something on the anniversary date? Okay, fair, possible. Now, that state of play was like really surprising me. Like, I think I was writing in various chat groups how excited I was for a lot of things. Like, I recognized Bloodstain immediately, for example. And I recognized Thief too, believe it or not. And then Neo came along and I just passed it on to Thundertoes and he was like, what? Yeah, speaking of Neo, if you guys have any interest in that, the new demo is out on PlayStation, if you want to test it out. Lots of good titles to look forward to. I feel like they needed one more hit in there, but in general what they showed was like really very nice. Even that new Capcom title, Pragmata, looks really interesting. You know, what's weird to me about the Bloodstained title is that it almost feels like it's a co-op experience, right? Like, either you're controlling two characters at the same time, or they have co-op built in right from the start.
Your fate is sealed.
Initially, when they showed the Bloodstained trailer, I was like, this is very Castlevania. Are they gonna bring a new Castlevania? But then they showed the actual models in game, and I'm like, okay, no, this feels more Bloodstained. There's just something very distinctive about how the Bloodstained characters move in the world, the 3D world. Oh, I guess 2.5D world, right? And just the general movement. There's a bit of jank in that you sort of recognize it when you play it a lot. And yes, I 100% that one too. I really like the original Bloodstained. I have not played the Curse of the Moon games, but I love the original one. A bit disappointed it's not Castlevania, but hey, Bloodstained is equally good.
Try me.
So that new Silent Hill, not a direction I was expecting. Very Japanese horror. Like, you can still see like traces of the psychological elements in there.
Let's gamble.
Have to be a bit careful with the impressive combo. I've been actually mistiming it a bit.
I'm waiting. Let's play.
Oh, not a fan of survival horror. That is
I'm
unfortunate.
waiting.
But regardless, so even if you're not familiar with the Silent Hill franchise, what I want you to understand is that normally the Silent Hill franchise is very Western based. It's almost always set in a Western setting, so to speak. So actually having it in a Japanese setting is very different. And one thing they've gotten in both cases though is that one, the enemy design is like looking fantastic, which is a Silent Hill like conclusion, or a bygone conclusion. Whatever Silent Hill you have, the enemy designs are like really creepy. The second thing is just the psychological elements of it, because you can tell that whatever the characters are thinking about is actually what's you're seeing the representations of that on screen. I used to have a difficult time with survival horrors myself.
Take your shot. Not today. I'm waiting.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because actually watching someone else play through a horror game is like fascinating, right? See the decisions they make and everything. So it's okay. So you're familiar with it. But in a way, I do understand the feeling. I don't have a difficulty in playing a survival horror. What I have difficulty is playing what I like to call panic horror. Like the original Resident Evil 3 was very difficult for me to play because Nemesis will follow you around everywhere. And that was very difficult to handle. Like, if you give me time to prep and be careful, like in most other survival games, I am okay with it, like horror survival games. But if you have something lumbering and chasing after me, I am gonna have a lot of trouble. It didn't feel that way with the remake, by the way, but the original one on the PS1, okay, that terrified me. Each time Nemesis just came barreling through.
Let's speed things up.
I'm to think of it, I didn't feel that way with the Resident Evil 2 remake either, when Mr. X comes back into it. It's something about the original Resident Evil 3 just really made me panic.
Full deck. Not today.
Yeah, it is. The Silent Hill trailer, I thought it was interesting. It didn't really feel like horror. It was very much showcasing the monsters, right? But it is nice that we finally have some gameplay of it. Pivoting to something else, how do you feel about the fighting game? Like halfway through the presentation, they actually announced a fighting game joystick, which was very surprising. And then you had Marvel Token Souls.
Not today.
Which apparently seems to be something that PlayStation of all people suggested. Kind of surprising. And Token Souls is looking like really good if you are a fighting game maniac. I dabble. Am I good? No, not really. I'm honestly more interested in getting the joystick than the game. Mainly because playing fighting games for a while really hurts my wrist after a bit. So I am curious to try out another peripheral. Oh, come on. That was unfortunate. We were almost to phase 2 as well. It's always the impressive combo too. I really need to focus a bit more on that one. Alright, I'm not gonna look at chat when I'm comboing now. I'm countering. I feel like losing your progress when you're almost to phase 2 is a bit of a misstep on my end.
Full deck. Your fate is sealed.
Okay, no looking at the chat when you're doing attacks either. But yes, they revealed the MK collection. And I'm a fan of Soul Calibur too, especially the original Soul Caliburs. I never picked up the recent one. I think the latest fighting game that I've been like really interested in and playing on and off has been Grand Blue versus, which I found like really fun to play. Soul Calibur though, do we have any hope of the franchise coming back?
Not today.
Are we gonna see Keelik and Raphael and whatever guest party character they decided to throw in? whether it's Link or Vader or Yoda
Try me.
or Geralt.
Full deck.
Now, one fighting game that I've been intending to play but never got around to picking up is actually Tekken. I was like really looking forward to its release, but then the window came and just never got around to it.
Not today. Full deck. Full deck.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were really excited for that one as well. Like the second coming of Budokai Tenkaichi, right? I don't think it has passed actually. If you are still interested in playing it, that community is, I believe, very active even now. You might be a bit behind on the ranks if you're playing ranked, I guess. But I do believe like that Discord and that community is very active. And you know what they say with fighting games, it's really, at the end of the day, it's the players which keep it alive. So if you're interested, it's always great to just start, no matter how late. The normal pattern for a fighting game is that you get a lot of players during the release, and then it slowly bleeds out. So I'm sure even the community would be, if you are
Hey.
social on stuff like Discord or Reddit, the community will be more than happy to oblige. Happy holidays, friends. And good afternoon. So, did you catch the state of play last night?
Deal me in. Not today. Take your shot.
I don't know about anyone else, but I was uncharacteristically excited during the whole thing. I feel like they brought us quite a lot of titles we were looking forward to.
Take your shot.
Oh no, not really.
Try me. Take your shot.
So what you're seeing is actually a bit of illusion because of the roulette picto. The roulette picto gives me a chance to either do 200% more damage or dock my damage to 50% on each hit. It's a bit of a gamble. So you are seeing me do more damage for two reasons. One is sometimes I'm a bit fast on my menuing, so it looks like my shot damage is adding up to my normal damage. And the other is this roulette hitting really, really hard. Now, in the grand scheme of things, roulette actually doesn't matter because there's a thing called law of large numbers. Like, no matter the more you, like, the 50-50 allegory of tossing a coin when you get that roulette is the question, right? That question is that it might feel like if you're getting more heads, you're likely to see it more. But the truth is, the more you throw a coin, like over a very large number of throws, it's going to come down to 50-50 after a while. Oh, the stacks? It's at the minimum 10. I'm not even putting it at 20 because I'm using Sealed Fate, the X ability over there. And because we're doing 100% critical, we're not losing any stacks, so just 10 is enough. And this works better because it's a multi-hit. Like, I could theoretically do more damage with Phantom Blade because it would consume all my foretell, right? But the problem is I am on Act 1 and I'm damage capped, so that's no good. That's why we are switching between Rush and Sealed Fate. And all the damage you see is a bit of an illusion concocted by roulette.
Take your shot. Try me.
And you can really tell during a counter if it's a 50% or a 200% too. Like, that was a 50% right there.
Try me.
Something like that, something like a Genjutsu. It is a very interesting picture, right? I feel like roulette in general is very much a gambler's thing in a short-term fight, but in a longer fight like this, it doesn't really matter, even though I'm keeping it up just to see those higher damage numbers.
Your fate.
Like, it feels better just seeing more damage, right? Even though you're technically doing less on something like a counter. Or higher, like that time.
Take your shot. Not today. Full deck. Take your shot.
I think it really comes down to whether you get the 50-50 on the last two hits of Sealed Fate. Because those two hits are the ones that do the most damage. Correct. People told me to let everyone know that I'm still in Act 1 for some reason, so I have obliged. Act 1 as in the Act 1 of the story, if you are a bit confused. Like, I know a lot of people have been telling me that this is kind of stupid, that I'm even trying this. But then they were like, you know what? let's just advertise what you're doing is stupid as well. And yeah, basically just put Act 1 in there.
Your fate is sealed.
And I can't blame it. I think I actually spent like a total of 50 hours on this fight alone. And that is enough to finish the whole game. The last 2 hits.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I need to focus a bit more on the impressive combo. That one has been sneaking in
Try me.
some phase 1 deaths for me lately.
Full deck. Not today. Take your shot.
Yeah, 3 impressive combos in a row just to mess me up.
Full deck.
Oh yeah, see the weird thing about OBS is that sometimes it's very, very stable, and the other times it's just really weird. In general, the idea is to keep your stream as less cluttered as possible, and if you're not using nested scenes already, then I really recommend you do. How long did it take you to reach the point of the screenshot, Sam? It takes me around 30 minutes to get to phase 2. So probably, I'm guesstimating here, 40 minutes? It's a very long process. If you mean the fight as a whole, it took me pretty sure around 50 hours, as I was saying earlier. That's about the time of practice I've had on this fight. A good player I am not.
Not today.
A stupidly persistent one. Now that I can be.
Try me.
Don't worry. You know what? I tell this to every viewer, but don't worry, guys. I am actually enjoying this. I'm actually enjoying getting beat up by a mannequin with a paintbrush for its hair.
Your fate is sealed.
Like, we each find enjoyment of our games in our own way, right? And this is how, for some reason,
Try me.
I enjoy Expedition. Even though I have not gone beyond this point of the story and everybody's telling me to continue.
I'm waiting.
That impressive combo. I mean, that's totally understandable. You're really not meant to
Strike.
fight her that this early. It's just that somehow, in the back of my head, I felt like if the devs put the fight in so early, you could beat her. And you're sort of joining us a bit later on our adventure. When I first started, I wasn't doing anywhere near this damage. So it took me 1.5 hours just to get to phase 2. It's just that with our regular views like Trix over here and Klim and King on the Twitch side, they kept hinting of pictos that I missed. So I did another save file. And it's only with their help that I'm actually getting even this close to it. And you sort of think of it like a challenge, right? Like there's a satisfying feeling you get when you finally master the fight. That's what we're aiming for. Like as you can see, I have most of the phase 1 moves on lockdown. It's the phase 2 ones which get me. But when I say that, I usually mess up. Not a Mako, it's just like I said. Hey. Hey. It's okay to like the suffering, you know? You can find enjoyment in it.
Your practice, Sciel. Not today.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting Golgra to have another phase. Because up till this point in the game, in the story at least, there is no other
Not
boss
today.
with a different phase 2 moveset. So that really caught me off guard. And it is the whole reason why this fight is taking so long for me to beat. Because that change in tempo it really throws you off. What's worse is that when she transitions into phase 2, she says something like she's gotten more faster and more powerful. That phrase, faster, is a complete scam. Every move in her phase 2 arsenal is very delayed. And I've been trying to learn her phase 2 moveset ever since. Yes, that is true as well.
Time to strike.
Oh no. Oh no, are you telling me there's a boss with... Are you telling me in the future of Expedition I'm gonna actually find a boss with their health bar resets? Unless you're dying, of course, then our health bar reset. Yes, correct. But it also gives you the feeling that her attacks are actually gonna be faster too. Well, at least that's what I had in my mind, which is a complete misconception.
Your practice, Sciel. Take your shot.
In truth, it simply means that she has a lot more turns than you. She already does now, but still. Even more turns.
Full deck.
Trix, you're pulling my leg. There's no way there's a third phase in this fight. No way! I am going to flip if it has a third phase.
I'm waiting.
She's throwing that impressive combo a lot. That is the one combo I need to focus on because I feel like I've been mistiming that one a lot. 2 phases, has 2 health bars. Okay, good to know. More information for the future. Okay, now I know. You're definitely pulling my legs here, Trix. She already has a transformation. She's not gonna grow wings like Melania. I refuse to believe this. These are lies. Lies, I tell you.
Your fate is sealed. I'm waiting. Try me.
I guess Ishin sort of makes sense in that context. It's just that I haven't really played far past this. If you want my story progress, I have only seen the cutscene that you see after you leave the Jesfo village. Like the nightmare that Mael has. That's about my story progress here. And like I said before, people have been telling me to play beyond this, but I've been stubborn and just trying to finish this fight. Even though it takes me like 30 minutes to even get to phase 2. Let's make sure we concentrate a bit more since we're almost to the part we need practice on.
Your fate is sealed.
And hopefully we'll luck out on those last hits with roulette to speed things along. I'm always sparing buckets with the impressive combo now though. Keep dying to that one. Let me just take a sip of water. See, the thing is, Trix, this channel is run by, as you know, 3 people at the moment. No, at least the 3 of us stream regularly. I know both Mooney and Iham actually play a lot of Expedition, and they've been talking in chats without trying to spoil me, so I did not know if they streamed or not, so I don't also know whether you guys saw anything. Because they each have their own private channels.
Let's speed things up.
But yeah, you did mention that you are not a fan of turn-based games like these, but this seems a bit interesting to you.
Take your shot.
I appreciate that, Sam. Because apparently the story is really good, and you should really experience it for yourself.
Your fate is sealed.
And not to say if you want to hint anything, that's fine, but not too overt a hint. Like if I need your guys' help, I'll definitely ask it. Like how we needed it for Golgra before. Right, just a bit more.
Full death.
Now the last 2 hits weak.
Try
Oh no. Now, before anyone gets any weird ideas, my parrying skills are actually really bad. It's just that I play it over and over again to get to this point. So I'm definitely no Ongbo or Master Luffy or any of those guys who are really good at parrying.
Try me.
If I can do this, you guys can definitely do this too. It also helps that the game sort of calls out their move, right? So you know what to expect. Wants to phase 2, gotta keep the concentration.
Today. Take your shot. Full deck.
Well, that's good to hear, actually. Oh, bad to hear, because I actually tear up really easy. You might not think that when you meet me in real life, but oh boy, I tear up real easy. If you see me go silent during a stream when we're at an emotional part, you know that I'm tearing up on the inside. So we're almost at phase 2, so I'm just gonna remind myself a bit over here. The long combo, the impressive combo becomes the long combo. The swift combo becomes the fast combo, and the fast combo becomes the crazy combo. I'll have to keep that in mind when we go to phase 2. Mentally, you need to sort of prepare yourself for that one. I'm really curious to see where the story goes, but I'm also like really wanting to beat Golgra before we move on.
Your practice seal.
Right, again, impressive becomes long, swift becomes fast.
Your fate is sealed. Not today.
Almost there. I think we can push her with this one, right? If we're a bit lucky. Impressive is long, swift becomes fast. Impressive is long, swift becomes fast.
Your fate is sealed.
There we go.
I'm waiting. Try me.
Whew. Okay.
Not today. Not today.
Oh no. Oh, come on. Why the crazy combo of all things? I thought I had that all locked down. Ah, it's a third hit always. I feel like I'm delaying that a little too much. Oh yes, I have actually seen Hell is Us quite a bit. I've actually been thinking it's more like a Souls-like than anything else. Like a very post-modern apocalyptic Souls-like. I need so much more practice. We haven't been able to play the last few days, so I have lost my edge. I was hoping we at least get a few more turns before we die on phase 2. Oh, I forgot to get my stats there. So we're not doing any damage this time. But yes, I have heard of Hell is Us. But again, my impression was that it's very much a Souls-like.
I'm waiting.
Why is it the third hit? I need to find a tell for that third hit on phase 2. I feel like I died to that a little too many times now. Alright, and speaking of died, I better change this up a bit. Just give me a second. That is my 24th death on phase 2. They showed a lot of hell. Oh, again, I forgot to take the stats. They showed a lot of what is it? Hell is Us in the Summer Games Fest hype trailer.
Here's your card. Take your shot. Not today.
We are back at the beginning, folks, so it's going to take me like 30 minutes to get to phase 2. So grab a drink, or go read a good book in the meantime. That roulette is actually hitting a lot on the burns, which is what's giving us that weird long fall. Oh yeah, makes sense, I guess. It is a Hajj day after all.
Your fate is sealed.
Oh, skewers. Skewer. I don't think I was as excited for a state of play as that one last night. Like, it started off slow, but the funny thing is, like, you... Let me deal with this one. You almost feel like you recognize all the things they were about to show. Like, the moment they started, I was like, okay, this is either Tetris Effect or Luminous, and it turned out to be Luminous, right? And then they showed Bloodstained and Neo, and even Pragmata. I was like pleasantly surprised. It looks interesting. And then the FF Tactics Remastered. Like, lots of stuff to be excited about. Although I guess I better dial down the hype a bit. I wouldn't say redeemed as much as they've definitely managed to get everyone's interest before Summer Games Fest, which is quite a big thing. I'm pretty sure their whole intention of pushing it before Summer Games Fest was just for that, so that they don't lose the hype from whatever we're going to see in Summer Games Fest.
Take your shot.
I know, right? The Tactics remake is actually real.
Take your shot.
Capitalize on the boomer nostalgia plan, that sure seems to be a thing, unfortunately. But they did have quite a few new games in there as well. Like, the Tactics remake is definitely that, and I feel like with the Tactics remake, their capitalized on boomer nostalgia plan is moving into phase 2, because now the rumors of a Final Fantasy IX remake are just like, okay, it's way up there now. Everyone is like, okay, that's the last title on the Nvidia leak that's confirmed. I mean, that's just left. So either we're gonna see it on Summer Games Fest, or it is just a myth. It is another Bloodborne 2 situation. But beyond that, we also saw titles like Neo and Tide Runner as well, right? Those looked insane. I'm blanking on the name of the moment, but there was also a pirate game which looked really interesting. Although I would like to see more of their gameplay there, because it seemed very cinematic to me. The one game that I wasn't expecting, and that really caught me off guard, but I still managed to recognize it, was Thief. Like, at the start with the bird, and then using the rope arrow, and then halfway through you see a poster of Nightfly Crew. And I was like, okay, is this Thief? It can't be Thief, right? And then the protagonist uses a water arrow, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, this is Thief. It's in VR, but it's still a new Thief game, which is like, okay, really surprising. So yes, capitalize on boomer nostalgia plan is working. Now that is a good question. Will we see it before the 7th trilogy? It might be. We see it after. That's what I'm banking on, or they might be doing it too. Yes, that's the name. Sea of Remnants. That one looked like really, really interesting. It gave me a very Treasure Island feel. Like this, maybe it's because the protagonist looks like the Disney Treasure Island character as well.
Try me.
And it's for the exact same reason you're mentioning, that I want to see more of the gameplay. It felt like they were trying to build on that idea that everyone's been trying, that Ubisoft's trying to build on, right? The ship combat from Assassin's Creed 3 and 4. But then you also have islands for you to explore and everything. It might even be a roguelike, considering that the guy dies and comes back.
Try me.
Among other titles, I know a lot of people are excited for the Neo 3 game, and there is a demo, in case you guys missed it, on the PlayStation Store, which you can download right now.
Your fate is sealed.
And let's not forget Silent Hill F.
Take your shot.
A decent chunk of gameplay and monster designs on display.
Take your shot.
But yeah, overall, I feel like the state of play was really good. I've personally, I feel like it needed one more game, just one more game to hit in there. It could have been Ghost of Yotei if they'd showed us actual footage and not pushed it to another state of play. But they needed one more game other than Marvel's Tokens. And that game looks really nice as well. It's like the second coming of Marvel versus Capcom. What's Silent Hill F? No, it's not Norman Reedus. Norman Reedus. It is a completely new Silent Hill that's set in a Japanese setting. You can see the trailer if you want. It's on YouTube right now. Which is a bit of a surprise for a Silent Hill game, since we're very used to like a Western setting, right? And it looks very interesting. Based on Japanese horror, I would say. Yes, the last game was a surprise. Axis getting a Marvel game is like a match made in heaven. Like, those guys deserve it. Like, they're the ones that have actually been building on the animation and the fighting game mechanics, right? In fighting games. And they are actually the only game that I know that has gone beyond the 3v3 tag system. Like, normally it started with as 2 tag teams and then 3, but nobody moved beyond that because 4 characters in battle is such a thing, right? It's such a complex thing. And they apparently have a system to help you get over it a bit. I am 100% sure fighting game fans are over the moon about that game. It's that if you are not a casual enjoyer like myself, that's why you kind of needed that one more game, whether it's a PlayStation Studios original or not, to hit it out of the ballpark. It was still good, IMO, but I felt like it needed that one more game.
I'm waiting.
To be honest, I am looking over a list of all the games that were released last night, and I think the only game that I might not be interested in might be Cayenne, because I feel like I already tested it before on PC. Everything else looks so interesting. Like, you had Luminous Pragmata, Romeo is Dead, a Suda51 game, which, if you guys know the developer, is just a bit on the crazy side. Even the Digimon games look really good. And I haven't touched a Digimon game in ages. Hirogami looks like really, really good. Okay, maybe I'm not as interested in the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. But other than that, everything on that state of play were things like, okay, I might just pick this up. Like, it definitely hit that. It hit my preferences is what I mean. 4-character teams sound insane. I know that's the whole reason why people didn't want to do it. Like, they didn't want to move beyond 3 versus 3 format. And oh, did I miss all those shots? I did, right? I'm not even looking at where I'm shooting now. And that's the whole reason why, like, during the developer interview, they said they made adjustments so that it's easier for people to pick up. So if you are doing, like, the 2 things they mentioned was that you could either have one hero character who is supported by 3 other characters, or you could control all 4 characters so that they swap in. And they apparently have more systems to help you learn the game. And that, I think, is a milestone in a fighting game, because fighting games have, like, shooter games have been sort of not really progressing from beyond where they come. They've come a long way in terms of animations and skills and everything, but beyond that, not so much. I think the biggest one for me has been rollback netcode, right? But having 4-character teams, like, okay, how are you going to learn? It's a completely new game now. And I'm getting a bit off track with my Golgra practice right here.
Not today.
Oh no, I did not play MK1. Like, what? I wasn't too interested in it, unfortunately, because I didn't feel like NetherRealm would actually bring it. I am not even sure how the reception to MK1 was. So if you guys know, just tell me, because I'm curious to know what happened later on. The only fighting game that I picked up recently, and I mentioned this before, is Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and I've been enjoying my time with it, just jumping in and off. I was thinking I'd pick up Tekken, but I never got around to it either. So yeah, only Grand Blue Fantasy Versus at the moment.
Take your shots.
Oh, people hated it? I have one friend who's like an aficionado of fighting games, and he was like, okay, it's fine. It's just that people don't like the mechanics, but the story and actual combat is pretty stellar, he said. So people actually hated it. Huh, okay, interesting to know.
Your fate is sealed.
But the one thing I had been interested in was the story itself, right? Because I think MK1 is like a reset of the whole universe. Like Liu Kang is now the fire god. And he's pulled a reset on the whole world, sort of. But then people don't really play fighting games for the story now, do they?
Time to strike.
Okay, conceptually cool. Noted. But I'm guessing they failed the execution.
Let's speed things up. Try me. I'm waiting.
Now that you said that, I'm actually a bit worried about 4v4. Yeah, I know it's Access, but Arc System, or it's not Access. But I am a bit worried because of the 4v4 now that you mentioned that. It's so reset that the robot ninjas are now just human? Oh no.
Your fate is sealed. I'm waiting.
Now, to be fair, I think... Okay, let me deal with this one. Putting the characters you know in another setting, or as another person, is a pretty good idea, IMO. It's just they needed to execute it a bit better, I think, for people to like it. Because I think if you are a fan of fantasy characters or characters in novels or anime, you've seen it all, right? Especially with gacha games like Genshin or WoWa, you see all those animations of people putting those characters in other situations just to see how they would react. And I feel that's the case with fighting game characters too. Like if you put them in a different situation, you're curious to know. So robot ninjas being human, okay, totally fine. Execution, it all depends on, is it entertaining enough that you like it?
Your fate is sealed. Not today.
Honestly, when it comes to characters like that, I feel like I learn more from fan animations than anything else. Like, I have not picked up Guga since the initial release, but I know almost every one of the new characters. Just because people are animating them so much, like Phoebe, Zani, Cartelia, everyone in Renasata. Now, you can take whatever I say with a grain of salt, by the way. I have not played it. I am also not as much of a fan of Mortal Kombat as I used to be. But if you played it and you are a fan, then I feel like, okay, yeah, your opinion carries a lot more weight than mine. Alright, okay, I know I confirmed this before, but Akuma is only a costume, right? In Monster Hunter. Not in a fight, right? Right?
Let's speed things up. Try me. Not today.
Oh, really? Why not? Is it the world system? It's always the world system, isn't it? It slows down your progress a lot. I hear the Renasata, the new area stuff. I'm not gonna pronounce that correctly. The Renasata stuff. It has actually been like really, really good. Oh, they like, okay, interesting. Yeah, Monster Hunter has generally been like really good with their collabs, right? You got the Behemoth collab last time as well, so not surprised. They actually did a really good job with their own IP in their own game.
Take your shot.
There's a KO on the screen. Yeah, that sounds like really fun. Like a really hype moment. Like, okay, fine. I'll take your word for it. The absolute cinema moment, right? Ah, okay, so the entire set gives you a buff that allows you to not only do those moves, or I'm assuming that you can do those moves, but having the entire set buff up those moves to make it viable. And between you guys and me, a weird implementation usually works a lot better in a video game. Like, we have so many games now, it's become very formulaic, right? Very standardized. So whenever something new comes out that changes the formula a bit, I feel like it works really well. Like, take Night Rain. You just took the shrinking area from battle arenas and then implemented it into a 3-player co-op roguelike, right? And it works really well. Okay, a layered armor set with a weapon. So wait, Akuma is actually in Monster Hunter? It's not only the costume?
Your effect is Sciel.
This is a real Asura's Wrath moment right here. if he's in there. Okay, a story segment.
I'm waiting.
Oh, of course it's the impressive combo. Why do I always lose my focus on that one? Okay, one more try to get to phase 2 and I might actually have to call it for today. One more try, because I feel like I haven't been making any progress on phase 2. That's why I'm trying to keep going.
Take your shot.
Assisted combo.
Full deck.
Oh, the modern mode combos too. They're taking a leaf out of Street Fighter 6 like this.
Here's your card. Not today.
I'm afraid the Akuma is strong. Even beyond that, I feel like I've actually been losing my focus on the impressive combo a lot. But now that I said it, I'm actually gonna die to one of the other combos.
Try me.
Okay, Hadouken is a slinger ammo and Shoryuken is an emote. Wow, okay. Count on Capcom to come up with weird ideas. That actually sort of is interesting.
Take your shots.
Well, you guys are actually distracting me a lot more today than usual.
Not
Like,
today.
usually it's someone hitting me with a Twitch alert or something, like one of the sound effects, but
Take your
today
shots.
it's Akuma. So the question now is that, like, oh no, no need to be sorry. I, as a player, just needs to keep my focus. There's nothing wrong. Like, I enjoy chatting with you guys quite a bit, so yeah. And if you guys want to play Twitch alerts, go ahead. That is an extra challenge for me to go through. I'll see it as a challenge. Don't worry about that. I'm just teasing you guys. At any moment you can draw the weapon, you're not helpless ever. Interesting. So wait, is this a permanent inclusion in Monster Hunter now? Like, as long as you have that, like, you do the event, you have the moveset? Oh no, you guys can actually do the alerts too as long as you're on Twitch. You just need to have some channel points. And we should really increase our repertoire. I should probably put in some distracting sounds there, just so that you guys can mess with me, right? That ought to make it more fun. So if you have any sound effects you think might distract me, let me know. I'll try and find them and have them set up. Impressive combo, the one that I need to focus on.
Your fate is sealed.
That is a very good set of damage right there. The game giving me a bit of leeway since I died, I think.
I'm waiting.
Ah, that is unfortunate. I feel like Monster Hunter doesn't really need to rely on foam to get people to play it. Like, people enjoy it enough as is, right? It has to be like the Final Fantasy XIV Monster Hunter collab, which is a permanent addition in the game. Like, if you get to Stormblood, you can challenge a Rathalos and even get it as a mount. I think I would have preferred it if it was like that. Okay, so it's not an endgame quest, which is nice. And I suppose it's also a bit of leeway if you're gonna do it like seasonally, right? You're gonna bring it back and then disable it or something.
The seal. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Skewer, if you are in the chat, I hope I didn't scare you away by saying not to distract me, by the way. It's totally okay, just so you guys know. I do not mind dying. I've been playing this fight for 50 hours, don't mind me. I mean, actually it's more than 50 hours, right? Do I have my saves? Can I see my saves? Load previous saves. No, I can't see it from here, but between the two save files I have for this fight, I do believe one is at 40 and this one is at 12 or 15 right now, so 65 hours. I'm not minding dying. Oh, no worries. Okay. Just checking that I didn't scare away you guys.
Waiting.
Okay, the impressive combo again. Why is it this one?
I'm waiting.
And I feel like the game is actually throwing the combo at me because it knows it's my
Your
weakness.
shot.
It's that one combo which I just can't quite switch off. With everything else, I can sort of like hit the timing and look over at chat and talk to you guys. But with the impressive combo, I need to really be looking at the tells. Correct. This is 90% of my expedition experience.
Try me. Try me.
Try to go through all motions quickly so that we can get one more bit of phase 2 practice before I call it for today.
Take your shot. Let's Your fate is sealed.
Your fate is sealed.
Take your shot.
See, this is what I mean. Like, the game almost seems like it knows that I'm weak against the impressive combo, so it almost feels like it's throwing it against me a lot more. On the plus side, you do get to practice it more.
Take your shot.
But on the other side, I'm also like still panicking inside whenever I see the word impressive. See? Exactly.
Wow, wow. Not today.
You know, at this point, it's like what you said the other day, what you guys said. For me, my Golgra streams are more like chatting streams at the moment. Still chatting streams.
Let's pay. Your fate is sealed.
Not too much damage there.
Full deck.
Oh no, Sam. I feel the pressure. I feel like I'm gonna die of phase 1 now. Hopefully, we can deliver in some phase 2 practice. As long as she doesn't use the impressive combo too much. Or I don't lose my focus doing it.
Let's pay.
Right. We're back at the beginning. We're going to start off with Rush. It might also be that part of the reason why I'm messing up the impressive combo is that I'm sort of semi getting used to our phase 2 moves, which are a bit more delayed.
Your fate is sealed.
So I am unconsciously delaying my parries here as well.
Not today.
Nice sets of breath, very nice. Only for one move though, I mean, yeah, one move.
I'm waiting. Not today. Deck.
At the moment, we are not aware of what it is. At least I haven't checked the PlayStation blog for any details. I do believe the blog itself has some more information about the game, but from the trailer, we actually have no idea what kind of game Sea of Remnants is. It feels like the same concept as Sea of Thieves, right? Like, you have multiple characters on a ship, island exploration and everything. But yeah, I am not at the moment personally sure of what sort of what sort of game it is. Like, I really like the art style in the game. And I feel like the concept is interesting, but we still need to see more of the actual gameplay.
Time to strike. Take your shot. Take your shot.
The Steam page has the tags for multiplayer and turn-based RPG. Okay. Yeah, now that you mentioned multiplayer turn-based RPG, I actually thought I saw the turn-based gameplay you can see in the trailer. And it felt very Expedition to me when I was seeing it. So yes, it is turn-based, but you don't usually have a multiplayer turn-based game though, right? Which is what is slightly weird about this thing. Like, I had completely forgotten until you mentioned the tag and the multiplayer turn-based part.
Oh my god!
Oh no. Why are we oh my god-ing here? Is that you, King? Because if it was you, you were sort of off the timing there. Yeah, it was you. I had a feeling. But you usually try to interrupt me when I'm doing the parries. So King, we've been talking about what we've seen during the State of Play.
Not today.
Like, if you haven't watched the PlayStation State of Play, go take a look. Lots of really interesting trailers were announced last night.
Let's pay.
Yeah, and you see the damage numbers and everything appearing during the trailer. It's just that I completely forgot about it until you mentioned it.
shot?
If it's turn-based, I'm actually more down
Take
for
your
it.
shot.
I mean, Expedition is a turn-based from a smaller studio.
Ready?
But yeah, we kind of need to see more of the gameplay. It's something to keep an eye on, I guess. It has done a very good first... It has given us a very good first impression. Now they just need to clinch it a bit more.
Your fate is sealed. Not today. Take your shot. Time to strike.
Gotta make sure I'm counting my shots so that I don't use extra.
I'm waiting.
Also, since we are on Sciel's turn, let me take a quick break to refill my water. I will be right back in like 5 minutes. Alright, and back. Okay, let's see. Usually, when I take a break, it's one of two things is gonna happen. Either I'm gonna die within a few turns, or we actually get to phase 2. Bets on which was gonna happen now. Gonna need to concentrate a bit more for a few. I really don't want to die since we're so close to phase 2 at the moment. Oh no, all good. You guys enjoy the stream however you want. Like, you can keep me in the background, doing whatever you're doing, playing whatever game you're playing. If you're doing housework, that's fine as well. If you're reading a book, that's fine too. I am here to keep you guys entertained regardless of what you're doing. And maybe provide some background noise now and then with my inevitable defeat here. In another, not on stream, unfortunately, Sam. I challenged myself for a few stuff before. Like, I tried hitless on God of War Ragnarok for the first Thor fight and the final Thor fight, but it's not on any of our channels here. And some other things when I was younger, but what you're seeing now I have not yet done on anything.
Take your shots.
I've also tried to do a few hitless for Sekiro, but I have been less successful with that.
Take your shot.
Specifically the Genichiro fight during the middle of the story. Because that one is so much fun to do.
Full deck. Your fate is sealed.
Where's your motivation?
As you can see, I am still very motivated over here.
Take your shot.
Trying not to lose my focus as we get closer and closer to some, hopefully, phase 2 practice.
Let's speed things up.
Now, this game feels a bit easier than Sekiro because, well, like the enemies are calling out their moves, right? So you know what sort of pattern you're dealing with.
Not today.
As long as you don't lose that focus or lose that timing.
Let's go. Your fate is sealed. Take your shot.
Almost there. Let's not drop the ball now. And let's actually hope we get a bit further in phase 2. I'm feeling kind of disappointed in myself that I have not been able to get further than our progress point.
Your fate is sealed.
Some nice damage there.
Not today. Full deck.
Ooh, okay, okay.
I'm waiting.
And as we are heading into phase 2, something I need to remind myself always is that the fast combo becomes the crazy combo, the impressive combo becomes the long combo, and the swift combo becomes the fast combo. So just visualizing it in my head right now. Impressive becomes long, swift becomes fast. Okay.
Take your shot. Try me. I'm waiting. Full deck.
No mark, unfortunate, and no burn.
Sciel. Take your shot. Deal me in.
Yeah. The game really throwing the impressive combo against me just because it knows it's my weakness.
Not today. Well, well.
Parade time? Like M8S, right? Wait, have you finally gotten past twofold? So again, long becomes... No, impressive becomes long, swift becomes fast.
Your fate is sealed.
Okay, impressive becomes long, swift becomes fast. That delay.
Try me. Take your shot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need more practice on the crazy combo. That is getting me. I think I'm actually pressing that one a little too soon. A little too soon. Let me take a look at my media for this game, because I feel like I have some over here where I have a crazy combo look that I managed to do before. Long counter. Okay, here we go. Wait, what? I might need just a millisecond of waiting to this, right? Okay, here we go. This is the first parry frame window you're looking at for crazy. Second one is right when her legs cross over. Third one, this, I need to wait for her to say the ha, or when her other leg is on the ground. Because right now I am doing it a little, like a millisecond earlier, and that's getting me. But yes, that will be all for our stream today. But seeing you suffer is a bit satisfying. Okay, fair enough. Well, also, thanks, Sam, for sticking around. Hopefully, I'll have some more time to stream and keep you guys entertained. Oh no, and not one more, I'm afraid. It's already been like what? It's almost 2 hours. I definitely need a break. And like you, I need to get on Occult Crescent so that I can farm the relic and not be a disadvantage to my team on Final Fantasy XIV raids. So yeah, if all of you are still watching, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Have a nice day and take care. Bye.